Dr. Shabir, the question is, why did Satan disobey God?
The way this is depicted in the Quran is that Satan could not comprehend why God would command him to bow down to Adam, whereas from his perspective, he was created from fire and Adam is created from clay. It's the old rock, paper, scissors type of question, like which is superior here, which wins. So he's created from fire. He thinks that this is superior. Adam created from clay. So why should I bow down to the one who is inferior? And so he says in the Quran, "Khalaqtani min nari wa khalaqtahu min tin." You created me from fire, created him from clay. Muslims would take this story to indicate that pride is a bad thing. And this is like the earliest sin we know in the history of humankind. It's the pride of Satan. Because regardless of how God has created us or what he has given us, whatever stripes we have or whatever, if God commands us to do something, including humble ourselves in whatever way God decides for us, then we just have to simply do that. Now, bowing down to Adam does not mean physically taking the bowing posture, but it means like humility, showing humility before Adam, because that's what, in essence, the verb actually means. Judu, we take it to mean make sajda, the particular Muslim posture in prayer, but it literally means to be humble. So God is telling Satan to humble yourself before Adam. Now, God may have had in mind that human beings, given the choices that we are given and the intelligence that we're given to make intelligent choices, are superior to the angels. And if Satan is being from among the jinn, he is one of the angel kind, then human beings have the potential to be superior to angels. And while there are angels who are superior to individual human beings, as a whole, it would seem that the human race has an edge over the angelic world. And so God is saying, okay, angels, bow down to Adam, show your humility before the human race, because something superior is here coming into vogue. But Satan could not understand this, and he rebelled.
So what did God do when...
Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use. I would like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Blessings and safety to the elect. I'm not making any money off of this video. Fair use, fair use. This is for, educational purposes, man. And I want to say this, man. For all you Jakes out there, man, they're still holding on to Christianity. They're still holding on to Muslim or Islam. May Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah delete you. Okay? This 2025, man, you Jakes shouldn't still be holding on to these cults, man. Okay? Listening to these damn false doctrines, man. These doctrines has been shredded into pieces, and Jake's still holding on to the pieces, man. All right? But hey, man, as you heard this so-called doctor say out of his mouth, man, Satan is pretty much disobedient to the Lord, man. All right, Christianity, all right, they say that Satan was kicked from heaven for disobeying God, okay? When in all actuality, they don't understand the scriptures, man. All right? Now, when you go into the book of Luke, the 10th chapter, the 18th verse, it reads, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. All right? So the Christians, they take that and they run with it. Well, Satan was kicked from the heavens down to the earth. And now he's just causing chaos, man. Causing evil throughout the earth, man. Wait, this actually, in all actuality, is speaking about his physical counterpart in Esau Edom, falling from the throne, man, from the position of power, okay? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. These elites, man, okay? But hey, man, you know, you Christians out there, man, you make up your own doctrine, man, all right, on how and what you feel. Well, ultimately it goes back to the so-called white man and his doctrine, all right, the doctrine of men, okay? But then you have individual men that put their own spin on it, man, okay? Satan is not disobedient to the Lord, man, okay? So, hey, man, let's get a few precepts, man, all right? Matter of fact, let's open up with this. This Sirach 18:3. It says, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. Okay? All things obey the will of the Lord, man. All things, man, including Satan. Satan was created of the Lord, man. All things obey the will of the Lord. It says, for he is the king of all, by his power dividing the holy things among them from profane. So the Lord has full dominance in the earth, man. There's no spirit, nor angel, nor man on the planet earth, which man has spirits as well. We all come of the Lord. Walk his own walk, okay? The Lord, this is the Lord's movie, okay? He the one that sealeth the instructions, all right? The Lord is in full control again. Satan is not disobedient. Satan does not do what he pleases in the earth, man. He does the will of the Heavenly Father, man. All right? Well, what about when something bad happens? When someone cute, like, hey, listen, man. The Lord isn't full. This is why it's important to know the Heavenly Father, man, to be acquainted with him. All right? Because they didn't taught you that, you know, God is all love. You know, hey, that's the first thing a Christian say, man. Especially an aged nigga woman. My God wouldn't do that. My God wouldn't do that. Maybe your God would, but not my God. All right? But in all actuality, her God is the so-called white man. Okay? And he will do that. Why? Because he's a servant of the Lord too. All right? Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of their destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And who's the father of spirits? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. Now let's jump down to verse 31. It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word, man. So Satan is also a spirit, man. He's a left-hand spirit, okay? So he's not going to transgress the word of the Lord, man. So whatever the Lord tells him to do, okay, he's going to get it done, man. Again, man, this is why it's important to get acquainted with the true powers. Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, man. Not my God. My God wouldn't do that. That's a Christian favorite. That's a Christian favorite 5 words. My God wouldn't do that. It's Isaiah 45:7. All right. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things, man. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Isaiah 45:7. I create the light and make darkness. I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord, am the one who does these things, man. So every time something bad happens, Satan, 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 which they're partially right, but you have to acknowledge the Lord. The Lord is the Lord of Lords, man. There's no one higher than Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Satan is beneath the Lord, man. So everything that's beneath the Heavenly Father and His Son, they control. All right? Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Job, the first chapter. We'll start at the 7th verse. I'm going to start at the 6th verse. It says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Okay? So the Lord asked Satan, man, where you come from, man? Okay? Where you coming from? You don't think the Lord knew where he was coming from? Okay? But the Lord asked him. He said, to and fro, going to and fro, doing your will. Okay? And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth and escheweth of evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doeth Job fear Yahweh for naught? Hast not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So the Lord, so Satan is asking the Lord to put forth his hand and touch all that he have, man. So if Satan did his own program, why would he ask the Lord to do it? Okay, the Lord don't physically get off the throne and go do these things. This is why king have servants. The Lord isn't gonna get off the throne and come speak to you niggas. This is why he has servants. Okay? So Satan asked the Lord, I'm gonna read this back, verse 11. Put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So Satan say, look, man, if you take everything that Job has, he's gonna curse you. And this is what the Lord said. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he have is in thy power. All that he have is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. All right. So when you read down, okay, this is when, Job started to catch hell, man. Okay. And I'm going to read this in the NLT, verse 12. Okay. Job 1 and 12, it says, all right, you may test him. Okay. See, this is the Lord telling Satan, okay, you may test him. The Lord said to Satan, do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence, man. So Satan obeys the voice of the Lord, man. He obeys Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? He isn't disobedient, man. All right? So, hey, this was pretty much back to the basics, man. All right? Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm going to end giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.